playing. Um,
Yeah.
let's get to Brock Purdy here. I haven't talked to you in a while, but man, I didn't like Brock Purdy in the draft. I didn't really see it on draft day, but then I just did the deep dive and I just looked at everything I could look at and read everything I could read, and then I started seeing a little bit of the magic that other people may have seen. This is probably like early May. Then I went to Niner minicamp and he looked great. I mean, he looked like he was in command. And then I'm like, well, you know what? I've seen way too much football to ever sing anybody's praises based on minicamp. So I'm going to wait till training camp. I waited till training camp. I'm seeing the same guy. He's mastering every drill. He looks very confident. His ball's coming out on time. It's accurate. He's accurate when he runs. So I'm pretty sold going into the preseason. And then when I saw him play well in the preseason, I was like, this guy's got a little bit of the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of wondering, you're an intelligent observer of the game. I mean, when did you see special in Brock? And what do you think of what he's done?
So I didn't see much of training camp, but I heard what you described. And Kyle has been searching for a processor. He's been wanting. That's why you want Mac Jones and processing. That's why you want to hear rumors about Kirk Cousins, because he can process, right? So someone who can process. And so in my mind, Brock played 4 years in college and was in really fundamental quarterbacking. How do I get the ball out of my hands? How do I recognize coverage? How do I, take care of business? How do I not get overwhelmed? And to me, when you start for 4 years in the Big 12, you're playing every week. You're playing somebody. It's not like, and you're playing in an environment where you've got to take care of the ball. You can't be flopping around. It's not just 1 year, you got to build on it. So I think all of that should be a sign. A 4-year starter in college should be a sign in a way for somebody that probably knows how to handle the game. And I think that's what he's done. And then what's shocking is the speed of the NFL and how quickly that's to me the biggest change that I felt. And I still feel the same way about these incredible athletes. College is here, and I'm talking speed wise, and the NFL's here. And in many ways, you can't be that fast. You can't transition that fast. It takes time. You have to get up to speed, literally up to speed. And Brock, that's why people yell at me for, I compare him to Patrick Mahomes. They're like, that's crazy. That's stupid. What are you talking about? What I'm saying is their talents are different, but their presence on the field, how they process the moment and how they feel. So there's a peace about their game. There's a lower heart rate that, everybody's going crazy the bigger the game, and my heart rate is down. I'm present. I see the things. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not so much. Larry's playing quarterback is trying to get to that place so your mind can process, your body can do the things it's talented enough to do. But so few quarterbacks can do it because their mind is just racing. How many times you talk to quarterbacks come to the sidelines and they ask them, what did you see? And they're like, if they were honest, they're like, I don't know what I saw. I have no idea. Can't even process it. And Brock comes to the sideline, I guarantee you, and that's why a young player, rookie, having that kind of presence is unusual, is unique. And that's why there's no question that's the key to his success as a rookie, is that he's got a presence that's just natural. And it's been developed in college, but it is God-given. I think it's an amazing tool.
What would you give him? What advice would you give him going into Sunday if you ran into him? You were at the facility, I think, last week, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to talk to him, but if you saw him in the hallway of the facility on a day like today, a couple days before a championship game, you've played in multiple games, big games.
Yeah.
What advice would you give him, or would you stay away from him because he's in a good run, good mode right now?
These big playoff games, it's the most dramatic playoff scenario for big sports because NBA goes 7 games, Atlanta and Major League Baseball goes 7 games. It's these big series, and you could start slow or you can lose momentum and all that kind of stuff. But the NFL, man, it's over in a flash. The Cowboys played pretty well. The game was decided on 2 throws, really. And that's playoff football. And so I would tell Brock, you can't necessarily worry about it, but recognize that there is no feeling out process. There is no, hey, let's see how we get into the game. It's like you have 9 or 10 series, and if you're 3 and out twice, 3 times in a row, you in a playoff game, it could like it's done. That's how fast it ends. And so I just, a couple of bad throws, a couple of bad series, and so it's a heightened. I would just tell them, have your white hot awareness on board. You know what I mean? And recognize that if you've ever had a moment in your life where you are just, as alert and open and ready as you've ever been in your life, because otherwise playoff football will run you over. And I guess I would just remind him that these little things, he would probably know it obviously, but the little things matter and games can be over really fast.